Hello, everyone. This is Tom, and this is the Jack of all casts. I'm sitting here with Brandon, our newest addition to the main cast. Brandon, say hello.
Hi, I'm Brandon.
Hi, Brandon.
Hello, Brandon.
Hi, Brandon.
Hello, Brandon. And of course, we have the ever beautiful David with us here, as well as Dale to my left.
Yes, I am not as beautiful as David.
He was
Not
far
nearly.
more manly.
Not nearly. Far more manly, far less beautiful.
Hideous. Repulsing.
Absolutely. And then over on the couch, we've got Cody.
Hey, guys.
Cody's our guy in the chair for this episode. He'll be doing some technical work behind the scenes, making sure everything runs smoothly. With that being said, I'd like to start the show off with a special surprise for the rest of the cast and for you listeners. This will be our first episode on Spotify.
Ooh.
We will be on Spotify. If you're listening on Spotify, congratulations. We made it.
That's
Yes,
incredible.
we will be on Spotify. This will go up on Spotify tonight.
Fuck Joe Rogan.
Yeah.
Yeah,
We're coming for that ass.
one step closer to a potty.
We're getting to potty levels for sure.
That's fantastic.
So yes,
One
we
step
will.
definitely next up.
We will be on Spotify. For those that listened last week on YouTube, thank you for doing that. The episode will be a little shorter. That being said, let's get right into it. Last week, we came up with two really great ideas. The first of which being a podcast in which people are presented with certain traditions. They may be real, they may be fake, but they're wacky nonetheless. And they will have to discern which ones are real, which ones are fake. So without further ado, we will enter that podcast.
Right now.
Right now. Dale,
Hey, Tom.
hello again.
Hi, hello.
We've got two wonderful guests on the podcast today, David and Brandon. Thank you for being here.
It's such an honor. I'm really glad that you invited me onto this show.
Right. As you
Hello.
know, this is a famous award-winning podcast. We've got thousands of listeners.
Thousands of listeners, at least 5 potties.
At least 5 potties.
5 potties.
Five
Yes.
bodies.
So, without further ado, welcome to Culture, Shock. And a hush falls on the crowd. Cody, play out the sound effect. He's got no sound effect.
What are we hiring you for?
So, here's how this is going to play out. David, Brandon, you guys will be competing head-to-head. Dale and I will do 3 rounds. Dale and I will each present to you a different tradition from a country around the world or in the United States. It could be anywhere. That tradition might be a little wacky to you, of course, as most cultural traditions from the end of time, from the beginning of time are. But we will take turns. Each of you will decide who they think is lying, who they think is telling the truth. We'll go 3 rounds. Whoever can discern and sleuth out the lies the best will win.
Understood.
Are there any questions before we
What
go
will we
forward?
win?
You will win my respect, for one, which is
And-
something you've craved for a long time,
And my love.
and Dale's love.
My undying love and affection.
I've always wanted Dale's love.
I
Great.
heard there was snacks.
There will not be snacks.
There are no snacks.
Yeah, sorry about that, but that's what we're doing.
5 potties this
So,
week.
without further ado,
5 potties, no snacks. Wow.
no snacks. We don't
No
have the budget.
snacks.
We don't have the budget. We got to keep grinding. Okay, so without further ado, we are going to start the first round. Cody, play the sound effect. Nothing from Cody. Excellent.
Excellent.
Excellent. Dale, please
All right.
present your tradition
Okay.
first.
The first tradition. In Germany, the tradition of Glühweinsaugling involves letting your baby roam around in a pig pen in order to rub some of the pig's natural good luck off on them.
That is the tradition.
That is the tradition.
That is the tradition.
Tom, please now present your tradition.
My tradition is all the way from Spain. Our
Spicy.
Eastern European friends of Latin descent. This tradition is in a very small town, like a small village in Spain. Everyone in the town gets together. It's a huge event every year. They get a goat and they go to a church. And the church has this big bell tower. So they tie the goat up. They get 2 guys up in the bell tower. They hoist the goat up to the very top of the bell tower where the bell is. And then they throw the goat off the bell tower. And that's it.
How do they hoist it?
With a rope. They tie a rope
By
around
its
it.
neck?
Its neck.
Oh,
Is there any reason why?
brutal.
It's kind of a celebration of like wealth, I would say. Not wealth, but like if you have enough, if you're well off.
They're like, we're rich. Let's throw this goat off a ledge.
No, so
Yeah, pretty
kind
much.
of. It's
nailed it.
if you have enough comfort in your things to be able to just throw a goat off a bell tower, then it's a celebration. It's something to celebrate.
Yeah.
So that's what it is. Now at this stage, you guys can ask us any questions about either tradition to try to sleuth out the lie.
Pig pen?
Pig pen.
Baby?
Baby.
Is there mud?
Is there mud? Of course there's mud. It is a pig pen.
Goat?
Goat.
Why not a cow?
Why not a cow? It's probably too heavy,
Then
I'd
why not a
imagine.
chicken?
I think the chicken would not fall as well. I really don't know.
Probably
I don't.
fly.
Probably
I
would
don't-
fly a
chickens do
bit.
fly.
Chickens
Yeah.
do have wings.
Goats can't fly.
Goats
Yeah.
cannot fly. They would fall harder.
Yeah.
Is there a frame of reference for the Spain one? Like a time period?
A time
Like
period?
where it started? When it started?
I'm not entirely sure when it started. I know for certain it's happened for at least 100 years.
So it started late 1800s, early 1900s.
At least. Could date back longer.
Same question for the pig pen. About how long has that been going on?
Roughly since the late 1700s and early 1800s.
And is that cultural in Germany that pigs represent good luck?
It is very cultural that pigs represent good luck in Germany, yes.
I have my answer already.
Are there any more questions?
I think I'm alright on questions.
All right.
Brandon, who do you think is lying?
Tom.
You think I'm lying?
Yes.
You think he's
Okay.
lying? All right.
Interesting.
David.
We'll reveal at the end of the 3 rounds. Actually, we'll reveal at
We'll
the end
reveal
of
at
this
the end
round.
of the round.
Okay.
Go ahead.
David,
I'm 100% certain that Dale's lying to me.
I'm lying.
Wow. So what is your reasoning, David?
I don't think pigs have ever represented good luck.
You really don't.
I don't think they
I have
have.
a reason why they represent good luck.
So what's your reasoning for me lying?
I don't know if it's in Germany, but the reason I think Dale's telling the truth, because I think pigs are what provide truffles, and I assume truffles make a lot of money, so good luck. So I think Dale's telling the truth.
Interesting.
Interesting.
Okay.
Very interesting to say.
Well, the liar is Dale.
I am the liar.
Dale is the liar. The pig stuff was bogus.
Yeah.
Although
Here's the funny thing, David.
Yeah.
Pigs are actually good luck in Germany.
they really are.
Wow.
They really
So
are.
you were right for
I
the
was-
wrong
I was
reasons.
completely wrong.
Right for the wrong
rightly.
reasons.
Right for
yes,
the wrong
you were
reasons.
wrong rightly indeed. Indeed. So the score currently 1 for David, 0 for Brandon.
So I lost?
No, the game's not
No.
over. It's 3 rounds.
3 rounds.
So you still
But
have a chance.
I'm not
to
going
come
to
back.
get a perfect score.
No,
You will not get a
you
perfect
can't.
score.
You could get a perfect losing score.
You could still win. You could also get a perfect losing score. That's possible.
Remember,
I
you are
hate you.
playing for Tom's respect and my love.
Again, excellent. Without further ado,
I hate all
round 2. I will go first. This comes from Norway. This is a more Nordic tradition. You may notice as we go through these rounds that Dale and I's traditions all have a theme. It's all very similar. Mine has to do with farm animals.
Okay.
This is another goat one.
Oh,
So it comes from Norway. I'm sure many of you are familiar with the running of the bulls.
very.
Yes.
Norway has this, again, small town thing that's very similar, where all of the kind of the farmers and the goat herds come together for one special celebration where they parade the goats through the middle of the town, and it's kind of like a celebration of what the goat has done for the community, like how it's impacted them, how it's made them amass wealth, things like that. So it's like the day of celebrating goats. So they
Gotcha.
have a goat parade into town square, and it's a big party. And
So another thing,
stuff like
goats
that.
equal wealth then.
Yeah, it's similar. Yeah.
Did you just Google, are goats wealthy or a symbol of wealth or?
I didn't do that. I just Googled traditions with farm animals.
Another goat tradition is a little suspect.
Yeah.
Like I said, they're all going to be related.
I feel
Yeah.
iffy on that.
Okay, my tradition comes from India.
Ooh.
Mostly in, and I'm apologizing for butchering this word right now, mostly in Karnataka, babies are thrown off a 50-foot high temple in order to bring the baby good luck.
I think my choice is clear.
Do we have any questions, though?
Questions?
First?
Questions?
No.
No questions?
No questions.
Brandon?
All babies? Just like everybody do this?
Whoever decides to do it. It's,
So you can opt out.
you can opt out, but then your baby won't have good luck.
True. Which, like,
And
temple,
Like a temple.
baby,
Temple, baby,
50-foot drop,
50-foot drop.
How
good luck.
Good luck.
Is there like a baby harness? Is like the baby like thrown off? Like
Well, no, they
catches
have
it?
like a group of people with a big cloth at the bottom who will.
Oh!
They don't just.
They're not executing
They're not
children.
killing the baby. How dare you think of
Not
that?
executing children.
There we
How
go.
quick do you think this one will fall?
Well, the baby would be lucky if it survived. I would grant
True.
it that.
Okay, David, present who you think is a liar.
Based on the two tales, I would say that Dale is again the liar, simply because I think a goat parade is far more plausible than babies being
Babies
thrown
off
off
a
of a
temple.
50-foot tower.
I have to say that is a fair assumption.
Reasonable.
Yeah.
Brandon.
Brandon.
So you're locking in Dale as
I'm
the liar.
locking in Dale as the liar.
Okay, Brandon.
Tom's the liar.
Oh. So you will contradict David. I was wondering if you would agree with him.
When Dale said they have the cloth, I was like, there's a little more detail. I feel like Dale might be telling the truth.
Okay.
Interesting. Well then, I want you both to know, right now, that the liar is in fact Tom.
It's me.
Are you serious?
I lied.
Yes.
There's no goat parade
no
in
goat
Norway.
parade?
There is no goat parade in Norway.
There is,
What a
however,
letdown.
the baby chucking off of a 50-foot
No.
tall temple.
There
Say it
is.
ain't so.
It is
luck.
so.
I knew it.
That's terrible.
This ain't a Weezer song.
It's a traditional thing.
I'm going to chuck my baby.
Like you said, it's a fascinating cultural celebration. It's beautiful, really.
Has any
I'm
babies
blown
died?
away.
I do not know.
Good.
I just saw that this is a thing
They weren't
on,
lucky.
on the website.
Lucky. All right, so
I knew it.
The score that we have now is 1 for Brandon, 1 for David.
it's all tied up.
This is
all
kinda
tied up.
This
interesting.
is very intense.
is
Can we
heated.
get some intense sound effects from the sound guy, Cody?
Couch guy. Nice. Okay.
Nice, all right,
Yeah,
we got
that was
that.
actually
Nice.
pretty
Mission
good.
Impossible.
I know. There
Yeah.
we go.
Yeah.
I was raised for this, but
All right.
You spent your life training.
yes.
All right.
All right.
Round 3. This is make or break. You're tied up. All the marbles on the line.
Okay. In case you haven't caught on, all of mine are baby themed. Themed around babies. Things with babies.
Bit of theme.
So I think I'll go first this round.
Absolutely, please.
In northern Spain, men will dress up as the devil and will run between and jump over babies that are laid out on mattresses along the street in order to keep the devil at bay.
That actually doesn't sound that far-fetched.
My tradition hails from Africa. It is a southern African tradition. I think kind of it stems from when it was more of a colony. But it's about pigs. Pigs this time instead of goats. For this tradition, there's a big kind of hilly area in South Africa. There's a lot of, it's not quite mountainous, but it's steep stuff that they're dealing with. So basically, it's this contest where the strongest men in town, you volunteer, it's kind of like an Iron Man thing or whatever, you sign up for it. You will bring a pig, or you will get a pig, and you'll have to carry it, firemen carry a pig up the mountain, and it's a race.
Jeez.
And then at the end of the race, it's a big deal, like, oh, you're the guy that got the pig up the mountain, blah, blah, blah. It's a big celebration, you get rewards, and, there's like a prize pool, stuff like that. But yeah, it's basically an uphill fireman's pig carrying race in South Africa.
Interesting.
Wow. I am actually at a loss here. Both of those are really good. If one of you made those up, did a fantastic job.
Yes, that is also a fact, because that is how the game works.
I'm blown away.
One of us
Yes,
is lying.
one of us is
One
lying.
of us is definitely
I
lying.
know exactly who's going.
Who's lying, Brandon?
Do we have questions
Do we have
You're
questions,
going to go
though?
questionless, Brandon.
I don't need a question.
Okay.
All right.
Well, David, do you have
I
questions?
do have questions. What country
Yes.
in South Africa?
It is South Africa.
It is South Africa.
Yes, South Africa.
Elon Musk.
It is not, it's not a country in the south of Africa. It is South
It is
Africa.
South Africa.
Uh-huh.
I see. I see. Dale, where would these leaping devils usually leap?
Usually leap.
Yeah, location-wise.
In northern Spain.
No, like within the town.
Within the town, it's just all laid out in the streets.
Just in the streets.
Yeah, they lay out the babies on mattresses in the streets, and they get guys in devil suits running around them and jumping over them to ward off the devil.
I see. I see.
So, we're going in. This is make or break here now, gentlemen. Brandon, who do you think is the liar?
Dale.
I think I'm the liar.
Brandon
Yes.
thinks Dale is the liar.
I'm hurt.
The reason? In Holes,
Mm-hmm.
the movie,
Uh-huh.
Yes.
there was that guy who would carry pigs over his shoulders.
Madame Zeroni.
Yes.
From
Yes.
Madame Zeroni.
Yes.
And when he's done, you must carry Madame Zeroni up the mountain so
It sounds like something
she
people
can
would,
grow.
sounds like something people would do, you know.
Okay, so you think I'm telling the truth? Dale is lying.
Yeah.
Okay. David,
David.
will you agree with Brandon, perhaps making it a tie, or will you contradict him?
I will contradict Brandon. I think Tom is the liar.
Really?
Interesting.
What's your reasoning here?
Devils jumping over babies sounds very Spanish.
It does sound extremely Spanish.
It does. No.
It does.
Yeah.
So, guy in the chair, can we have a drum roll? Nice. That'll
Nice.
pick up. That'll pick up.
Yeah.
The winner of this contest of Culture Shock is David.
Yes!
I was lying.
Yes!
Brandon, I will say it's funny that you brought up holes because that was, in fact, my inspiration for this lie.
That's what I was thinking the whole time you were saying
Yep,
it.
it was my inspiration
I
for
was
the
thinking,
lie.
this is just the plot to
I was
Hole.
too spot on. I was too spot
You
on.
nailed it,
That
but you
is
didn't.
incredible.
So, David, congratulations. You have won my respect.
And
Thank
my
you so
love.
much. I'm so honored.
Plot twist. You've also earned my respect.
Wow,
Thank you,
Brandon.
Wow.
That means a lot.
Graceful in defeat. I love that
Nice.
about Brandon.
I
love
will
that
slash
about
his
Brandon.
tires.
True. Oh.
All right.
So thank you for listening to this episode of Culture Shock. I'm Tom,
And I'm Dale.
and Brandon, David, thank you for joining us. Congratulations, David, again on the win.
Thank you so much.
All right.
You've
We
been
will
such
see
great
you
hosts.
Thank you for
Next
having
week.
me.
next time.
And that's that podcast.
And cut. We're done.
I think
Wow.
that's a great podcast.
I think, honestly, I love that podcast.
that was
Yeah,
fun.
I like that
I would
too.
love to do that every week.
Yeah, that'd be pretty. That'd
I
be a nice
really
little
enjoyed
segment.
it a lot.
Took up a bit of time, but
It
you
did
know
take
what?
up some
That's fun.
time, but I loved it. I loved it. I
That
thought
was
it was
fun.
great. I think that's actually a really good idea.
Yeah.
I
I
would.
think we could flow with that.
I think we
Oh,
could
yeah.
definitely roll with it. Do it a couple times a week, a couple times a month. So that's good. We'll stow that away in our pocket. Maybe sell that to NBC if they get in the podcast game.
Yeah.
Make millions of dollars.
Sure, can hit us
So
up.
now,
Patent pending.
if you listened last week again, there was a bit of a challenge thrown down. David, do you remember what the challenge was?
There was indeed a challenge. I challenged Tom to a milk tasting contest. He claims that he can identify whole milk, 2% milk, and fat-free milk blindfolded purely by the taste.
Purely by the taste. I am extremely confident in this skill.
And I definitely don't believe him.
I think the 1% and 2% is going to be really hard. Like,
No, there's whole milk and 2%,
And then fat-free.
and fat-free.
and then
Okay.
fat-free.
So you think of fat-free and 2% will be difficult?
Yeah.
Personally, I think you have this.
I think I'm.
I think you have. I think you can do it.
This.
Yeah.
Because, like,
I'm gonna nail
I
it.
think I could tell, like, whole milk and, like, 2%, but, like, the other two, it's like, I feel like they're pretty similar.
You'd think, but when you have the palate that I do, the developed palate that I do, you know, it's
Garbage.
easy. It's
Garbage.
easy.
There's no way you're gonna get it.
Our guy in the chair is going to get the milk now. I will be blindfolded for this. David's gonna run it. So without further ado, we will enter this next simulation.
Ladies and gentlemen, welcome to the Milk Showdown.
I love it.
Nice.
We have Tom in the chair,
Hello.
blindfolded.
I am
Eventually.
not yet blindfolded.
He will be blindfolded, tasting 3 milks. We have whole milk, 2%, and fat-free milk. Can he identify all 3?
I think I can, David. I think I can.
We shall see in a few moments.
Yes, we will. Yes, we will.
Yeah, you can do it.
The crowd is going crazy.
Yeah.
There will be a twist.
Oh,
We will be running 2 rounds of this challenge.
2 rounds.
The first round, our contestant Tom will only be blindfolded.
Okay. The milkman has arrived.
Enter Milkman stage left. I'm on my way.
The milkman's arrived.
The second round will have Tom blindfolded and nose plugged.
Wow. Wow.
Total curveball.
Huge curveball. I think I'm still ready. I think I'll still be able to pull it off. I'm confident.
I think you'll have moderate success with the first round. I think you're going to completely fail the second.
Just make it a dog's dinner.
Yes.
I think so. Okay, well, blindfold me. I'm ready for this.
Guy in the chair. Do we have a blindfold?
Do we know, guy in the chair, do we know which milks are which?
I do. I labeled them.
Oh,
Thank
you
you.
did label them.
I thought about it
Wow.
beforehand.
Good.
That's
okay.
good. That's good because we
I am
didn't.
entering the milk zone.
Is your mouth free?
I can breathe.
Okay, good.
I'm totally blind. I can't see a thing.
Okay.
Good.
Excellent.
As we will go on, I will just hand you the cups.
How many fingers am I
I'll put
holding
it on
up?
the table in front of you.
I don't know.
Okay. He's blindfolded.
Okay.
What does my face look like?
I don't know. Well, actually, Brandon, it's subtle, but also strikingly beautiful.
Thank you.
You're welcome for that.
That was a good lie.
All right, I'm ready.
All right, we will be starting. These milks will be in no particular order.
Okay, can I drink all three and then tell you which I think is which, or do I have to answer on the spot?
You can answer at the end.
Okay, great. Perfect. I'm ready.
All right, we will start with mystery cup number 2. Yes.
Interesting that you start with 2, but I don't mind it.
Nice.
These are in random order. Here we go.
This is the mystery cup number 2.
This is mystery cup number 2.
Okay. Okay, right away I know what that is.
Would you like to hazard a guess?
I'm going to save it,
All right.
but I'm almost certain I know what mystery cup number 2 is.
All right. We will then move on to mystery cup number 4. What?
Mystery cup number 4?
Mystery. Yes.
Interesting. Are you throwing 4 milks at me?
No, I'm not. We just
Okay.
had 4 cups and I chose
Mystery
the
cup
4th.
number 4.
He's sipping. He took a long draught. He's taking a second draught. He's unsure.
Okay, I'm pretty sure I know what it is, but
Ooh.
I'm not. It's making me doubt the first one.
Uh-oh.
Okay, that's cup number 4.
That was cup number 4. Here we go back to cup number 1. He is tasting from cup number 1.
Just a reminder to everyone, there is only 3 cups of milk.
Wow.
Thoughts on cup number 1? Second draft.
Okay.
Verdict.
That's cup number 1.
Yes.
Can I try cup number 2, please?
You may try cup number 2.
Just one more time.
I want to say this was number 2.
That was number 2.
That was number 2.
A little bit empty. That's okay.
It's okay. I don't need much. Okay.
All right. We have a verdict.
All right.
Cup number 2 is fat-free milk.
You would be correct.
Wow. Okay. So this is cup number what?
Number 1.
This is cup number 1.
Yes.
That's 2%.
I see.
Give me the other one. Oh no, this is 2%. This is 2% for sure.
Okay.
This is cup number
4.
4. Cup number 4 is 2%, and cup number
1.
1 is whole milk.
You
I'm
have-
locking it in.
You are correct.
Did I nail it?
You've nailed it.
You've nailed it.
Absolutely, I
A
did.
madman.
You were uncertain after.
I was uncertain, so I tasted cup number 1, and I knew it was fat-free. Or the first cup we tried.
Yeah.
Cup number 2.
Cup number 2 was fat free.
I knew right away, but there's just the slightest difference between whole and 2%. Honestly, it's really difficult.
I mean, that surprises me. I would have thought there would be a more subtle difference between 2 and fat free.
You'd be surprised actually, because fat-free is just such a specific taste. Like it, I don't know how to describe it, but it's something else.
Are you going by
Interesting.
taste or like texture also?
Mostly taste, but texture does play a bit of a role.
Because in my head, I thought texture would be like.
All right, I am.
Big deal.
So I nailed round 1.
You've nailed round 1, 100%. Congratulations.
Hell yeah!
I'm actually quite impressed.
I told you. Okay, so now this is plug my nose round.
Now we have round 2, the plugging of the nose.
Okay, I'm ready for the round. Oh yeah,
All right, we plugged.
Can't smell it.
I'm plugged. I can't smell anything. It's totally blocked up.
All right.
Excellent.
I'm ready.
All right, so Tom has now got on his nose plug, so he cannot smell a thing, not even the dirtiest of farts.
Please don't fart in my face.
I will not.
Not that I would smell it, but I don't want to get pink eye.
Yeah, no, don't worry. We're clean here.
Okay.
Most of us.
Hold on, I gotta read. All right.
I now introduce our listeners to round 2 of the Milk Showdown.
Did he forget the name of the show?
No, it's the Milk Showdown.
Good.
All right. Starting with, in no particular order,
Okay.
cup number 1.
Cup number 1. Okay. Ooh.
Second sip.
Okay. Cup number 1.
He feels confident.
I don't feel super confident. I'm
He's
ready.
exuding confidence. Cup number 2.
Okay.
Any
Okay.
thoughts?
Some.
All right.
This is definitely more difficult.
Yeah.
Hit me with it.
Cup number 3.
That's orange juice.
Dang it.
That is definitely orange juice. Gross. It's kind of warm.
Well, you correctly identified that one. Congratulations.
Gross.
if
It
our,
really fucked me up in my mouth. It tastes fucking nasty.
if listeners recall, we had a
Wow.
brief discussion last podcast about people throwing up when tasting orange juice during a milk tasting contest. I was really, really hoping Tom would hurt.
I didn't throw up, but it wasn't great. I will say, like, I didn't taste great.
I'll let you know, Tom. I did indeed put my hands in front of the mic, and I would have sacrificed their cleanliness in order to save the podcast.
Thank you. Thank you. Okay, is there a third cup of milk?
No, there were only those 2.
Yeah, we had to empty the third cup for the.
I'll be
for
honest,
the
I was really
orange
just
juice.
hoping you'd throw up and it would just kind of end there.
So this is all a wash this whole round.
Plot
Wait,
twist.
wait. Our
wait.
man in the chair is coming clutch. We have a third cup.
This is third cup.
This is third cup.
Mug number 1.
How did last time have 4 cups and now we only have 3 cups?
Okay, this is fat-free milk.
You are correct.
Fuck yeah. Okay, take this away from me.
Nailed that.
Give me cup number 1 again.
Here is cup number 1.
Okay, and give me cup number 2.
And number 2. Right there.
Thank you. %, cup number 2.
Uh-huh.
Or is this cup number 2?
That is cup number 2.
2% whole milk.
I'm afraid you are wrong.
No! Oh, really?
Yes.
Wow.
You nailed the fat free.
nose. Damn
I
it!
also nailed the orange juice.
You also got the orange juice.
I nailed the orange juice.
Yeah.
Wow. Ah,
I'm afraid you lost the 2%
that's a crushing defeat.
whole milk.
Wow, the nose really did throw you off for a little bit.
You
Yeah.
lost all my respect.
That impacted it for sure. Damn. Wow. Well,
You put up an impressive round.
thank you. I really tried. I was a little bit more confident. I thought I would nail it both times, but I'm happy with my performance. I'm happy with it. Can I remove the blindfold?
You may remove the blindfold.
Absolutely.
Wait.
Wow. So, listeners, they're all naked. Every one of them has removed their clothes while blindfolded. I'm just kidding. They're fully clothed.
Yeah, we are fully clothed.
Wait.
Never mind.
Wow.
This has been the Milk Showdown. I'm your host, David Coker.
And
I'd like to thank my willing contestant, Tom Hinkton.
thank you. I tried hard, gentlemen, ladies. I tried hard.
Outro music.
Nice.
Perfect.
Very good.
Very good.
And Steen. That was good.
That was okay. I don't
I'm
know.
disappointed in my performance.
I don't know if we could really go it again with milk, but we could try other various different
Yeah.
types of liquids.
I think
Yeah.
a taste test idea we could kind of refine and perfect.
Taste testing is we could do like burgers
We could do burgers.
or something to that
Fries?
sort. Fries.
Fries, I think, would be good.
See what brand of fries.
Yeah.
You don't like...
All sorts of stuff.
All sorts of things.
Ooh, we could do like that Jelly Belly thing.
Ooh.
Oh.
Even like
Not a hot
beer
idea.
or something.
Yeah, beer would be
something.
interesting. Like the
would
different,
be.
not like brands of beer, but like types of beer, like stouts,
Yeah.
lagers.
I think that would be pretty easy.
Probably would be.
I can smell an IPA from in the next room.
Is this another challenge being thrown down, Tom?
no,
what this is?
I don't want to get hammered on the podcast.
You can get the strongest IPA you can find.
Gross. Well, that was great. 2 award-winning podcasts, perhaps. The Milk Challenge was one for sure that we need some workshopping, but
Yeah, I think it not a potty.
not a
I
potty,
would say it's not a potty.
not a potty, but that's all right.
Potty domination, though.
It could be nominated.
Could be.
Could certainly be nominated. at the
Definitely
show.
wouldn't win. But
Wouldn't win,
No.
but it would be thanked by the winner.
Yeah,
It
I
would be
think
thanked
it.
by the winner. Yeah, definitely. So now we're going to go into our brainstorming session to round out the episode. Our guy in the chair will be handing out the notes. David is receiving my napkin, which is an envelope for an invitation to a graduation party that I received a couple weeks ago.
Yeah. Tom is receiving my napkin, which is just kind of a torn off bit of like a little notepad I found in my car.
Dale has my piece of paper, which is receipt paper from my job.
Very good. Very good.
And Brandon has my notebook. I'd like to apologize.
Tell the
personally.
truth.
I
It's
forgot.
actually his phone.
I forgot my executive notebook at home. I had my sister take a screenshot or a picture of it and send it to me. Big shout out to Anne. Thank you very much.
Thanks, Ann.
Thank you, Ann.
He's holding my
I would
phone.
just like to point out right now that now, since we have two of these podcast episodes, David's notebook or napkin has increasingly got more expensive,
It's true.
And it is-
is now a $500 phone.
and it is going to be a bummer when he cannot one up this in the next episode.
He could get the Rosetta Stone.
He could, or he could use
That's
it.
worth millions.
He could use it on the computer
or
where
if he gets like
we're
a
recording on.
moleskin Louis Vuitton case.
Oh yeah.
Oh, that could
Some
work.
designer. Something designer.
I don't like where you guys are driving me with this.
Yeah, we want you to use
Next,
your money.
next time, just make your sister remember what's on your thing and then bring her.
your sister. That would be good.
That would be pretty funny.
And if you're listening to this, you might be a guest. So keep an eye out. Okay, so let's get right into it. I'll start. I, again, like Dale said, I have Dale's napkin, which is a St. Jude's Research Hospital notepad paper. Support St. Jude. We love that. There's three things on his paper. The first one I'm going to talk about is one that I love because I think it's the catchiest shit I've ever heard. And it says, small time heist, big time plan.
Ooh.
So I really don't know what it means.
I love the way this sounds.
I don't know what it means, but I love the way it rolls off my tongue.
I'll tell you, Tom. That's probably what I would say is my best idea on that thing.
Really?
What I would say is my best.
Really? Okay.
The others
So-
are kind of eh.
So what do we think, gentlemen?
I think we need to plan a heist.
You think plan a heist?
Well,
Pull it
like
off.
low tier.
Low tier heist.
Like,
But plan the crap out of it.
yeah.
Oh, so you're saying we plan out like taking a granola bar from 7-Eleven.
Yeah.
But we've got a wheelman. We've got a layout of the 7-Eleven. We've got blueprints. We've got everything. We've got staff, rotation. So
Exactly.
we know what time who's on. We know
One
know
of
what
us,
time
one of us builds
Ali
a
is there.
rapport with like the 7-Eleven.
We get an
dude.
inside man. Yeah. I like that a lot.
think
I
that's
would love
fantastic. We'll
to.
cut power to the building.
Oh, we could plan it out.
Yeah.
We could plan it out. I like that idea. So the podcast is we plan an elaborate heist of a very small time like bust. Like the
is a
score
great idea.
is very minimal.
That is 100% exactly what I thought.
Is it really?
That is
good.
fantastic.
Good. I actually love it.
I love
course.
that.
I think it would be super
But I mean,
fun.
of course, while it is a small time heist, we have to go for the biggest small thing, which is a game of pig Yahtzee from like a Target or
So
something.
we would try to steal it. I love the idea.
Obviously.
I don't know if Pig Yahtzee is actually ever on sale anymore. I think it's been discontinued.
And that's why it is the biggest, smallest thing we could get.
That's true.
Yeah.
That's true. So something like Pig Yahtzee, big, small score, something awesome.
But yeah, just completely overplan everything about it.
I really like that. Of course, for the listeners at home that might be in law enforcement, we would not be committing this crime.
No, we would not.
We would just be planning the crime.
Elaborately.
Very elaborately.
Oh, extremely.
In extreme detail.
That
I
being
feel
said,
like
if I come next time with 4 granola bars,
Right.
yeah,
I paid
The granola bars that will be eating on next week's show, they're not related.
no,
Not
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 at all.
related to our heist.
We also cannot be held liable for any other listeners who may take this idea and implement it.
Absolutely. If we
Yes.
come up with a great idea, please, listeners, don't use it.
don't
But
find our local
if,
7-Eleven.
if you
and
do
rob it.
lose it, if you do use it, it's on you, bro.
Yeah.
That ain't us.
Yep.
That ain't us. I love that idea.
I think that's fantastic.
I really
That'd
like
be
it a
super
lot.
fun.
I really like it a lot. So that's a great idea, Dale.
Thank you.
Perfect.
Thank
Great idea. David, what do we got?
Let's see.
David has my napkin.
I have Tom's napkin.
It says my name on the back. Fancy writing.
It does.
It was a pretty elegant invitation.
Yeah, what was this for again?
A graduation party.
Wow.
My friend graduated from Indiana.
That's
Wow.
incredible.
Brett, if you're listening, shout out to you. Love you, man.
Shut up, Brett.
Yeah,
But
Brett.
yeah, I wish I could have gone to the graduation party, but it was canceled because of the Rona.
Because of the Rona.
So, yeah.
Brutal.
Anyway,
Looking at these ideas, I think probably the best looking one out of all of these is board game over board game. Boardroom. Board game divided by boardroom.
Huh?
Board game divided by boardroom.
I don't know what this means at all,
So maybe like
Still-
but I love board games.
Twister, but like using walls. I don't know. Yeah, like the board game, the room becomes the board game.
Left
and it's
hand.
called boardroom.
okay.
I see what you're
Yeah.
saying. So Twister was just the first board
Yeah,
game we
that
thought.
one makes like the most sense to me.
I mean, the first thing I thought of was just like a boardroom meeting, but they're playing a board game. But
A boardroom board game.
yeah, exactly. No, like people in a boardroom having a meeting, but playing a board game.
Shoot, I'd work.
But a boardroom board game does sound interesting.
Board game divided by boardroom.
Like
Yeah.
if
if there's
the
a dot in the middle of the line, I don't think it's actually divided by.
the board game is about boardrooms. That makes no sense, but
Not much.
it could be
sense.
interesting.
It could be.
Yeah, I have no idea where you're really going with this one, personally.
Let me give you some guidance. It is not divided by.
Okay, good.
I wrote that. I wrote board game dot with two lines on either side, right?
Uh-huh.
And then boardroom, kind of as like the emblem for the podcast. So that's just kind of a fancy divider.
I see.
Just a fancy separation of words. But my idea basically was that we have a boardroom meeting about the creation of a board game. So someone comes in with a board game idea and they have to pitch it to the boardroom. Kind of like Shark Tank, but it's a board game.
Oh,
So someone comes in, they have a board game, they say, this is my board game, this is what I like, this is the rules, whatever, however much detail they want, and then the rest of the boardroom would say, I like it, or nah, that's a good idea, or no, I think it's a trash idea, whatever, what have you. So a board game boardroom meeting was my idea.
So we would be making our own board game.
We would
and
be
presenting
making
it to the
game
board.
and presenting it to the board in a room.
We would all be named like Steve and Jeff and
We could all have really high class CEO white guy names.
Yeah,
Yeah.
white collar,
Like Tom.
yeah.
like Tom or
Tom's the name of a successful man.
all right.
True.
My name would be Jack.
Oh, okay, good.
Yes.
Good.
I'm
That's on
definitely
theme.
I'm definitely Philip.
Philip is good.
Ooh, Philip is good.
Philip's a
Philip is
good one.
good.
I feel like I'd be more of a Steve.
Steven.
know,
Steve.
Up there, but not all the way
Right,
up there.
Steve's an analyst.
Yeah.
He's been on the third floor for a while
I
now.
mean,
but
he's definitely a big component for the company, but
he makes waves. He makes waves.
He makes waves, but he's not like
Yeah.
he's
Yeah.
not super important.
Does
of
he have
course.
like a tenure though?
Of course, Steve has.
He's got a
tenure.
retirement plan.
Yeah, he's got a 401k
Son.
and everything.
Roth
an
IRA?
idiot.
Roth IRA?
Shout out to all Steve's.
Shout out.
podcast.
If you're
Shout out to
Steve and you're listening to this, keep doing you, dude.
Shout out Steve Jobs.
You
Shout
will
out-
get that promotion.
We believe in you.
Yeah. So that was my idea.
Could be cool.
Could be cool.
Could be cool.
Could be cool. It'd be difficult to make.
come up with a
Creating a
game.
board game is an extremely difficult
Very
task.
time intensive.
Yeah, absolutely. But we could do something.
We could just spitball something.
spitball
Yeah.
something.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Like-
For a boardroom pitch meeting.
We could actually take like actual board games and pitch them as a game that we should play.
Foreshadowing.
Kind of list work.
Pig Yahtzee, but like pig poker.
Where you wager pigs.
Kind of.
As a symbol of good luck.
I think
Or it's
I think he means more like craps, but with the pig Yahtzee pig.
Oh, okay, yeah.
guys.
Gotcha. Okay. Or we could do like put two board games against each other,
Oh.
Oh, and see which one's better.
campaign for which board game is better.
Combine-
Obviously, Pig Yahtzee is the reigning champion,
Of
so
course,
it
of
is
course.
not
So what if we
fair to bring
combine
Pig
two
Yahtzee.
board games like Monopoly and Mousetrap?
Wow, that sounds like an absolute nightmare.
Yeah,
I
that
would
sounds
never play
horrible.
that game. People like it for hours and just be moving parts. It'd be like the worst Rube Goldberg machine that you could ever imagine. That'd be awful.
Every part costs money to move.
Right.
Yeah.
Right. Well, anyway, there's something there for sure.
Yeah.
We can mess
There's
around with
something
that.
there. There's something there.
Post-production talk.
Brandon,
All right.
on to you.
I have David's phone that has been transferred to a whiteboard.
Of course. Thank you, guy in the chair.
Thank you.
Of course.
And David has a lot of ideas. Probably. I have two favorites.
Hit us with it.
But just because this one's like the most confusing and it's relevant. Board game sound bites.
Board game? Another board
Another
game?
board game.
Board
Board-
game sound bites.
I have no idea what,
What?
that means.
In the goddamn.
Okay,
The only thing I can think of is maybe like what's Trouble,
Yeah.
where you press the dice,
Uh-huh.
Okay.
except it makes a noise.
Okay.
That's the only thing that I can think of.
Okay, so you just took it literally.
And then we make the sound bite.
the podcast is us just making board game noises.
I was assuming, we were just gonna go full ASMR, roll some Yahtzee dice in the cup real slow, really just.
Here's
Black it
here's
out.
what came to mind when I heard it is I always go to competition because I'm a competitive dude.
Uh-huh.
But my idea was basically, or what I think your idea might be, is that we play a small snippet of sound from an iconic game where the sounds are like, you know that sound, or you could probably guess that sound, what board game that would be from, or maybe like fly on the wall audio track of people playing that game, and then you have to guess what board game it is that's being played.
Interesting.
That's all I have.
Yeah.
Board game sound bites is an enigma.
I
For
feel like
sure.
you might have hit the.
I might have nailed it.
Yeah.
You might have hit the.
David,
yeah.
what? Let's,
Yeah, what was it?
Let us in.
All right, I'm going to give you full disclosure. I have no clue what I
Oh, good.
when I wrote that. I think
Oh, good.
I wrote that maybe like a week ago.
So it's nonsense.
complete nonsense. However, Tom, your idea is fantastic.
Yeah, that's a great idea.
Thank
Thank
you.
Ah.
Thank you. Thank you. Okay. Yeah.
Yeah, I think we would definitely roll with that. I feel like just play little snippets
Yeah.
and see who can identify it.
What game's being
Or
played?
even if like maybe there's like YouTube videos of like people like arguing over a certain video game or a certain board game, and we try to like, oh, that's like a Monopoly.
That's a Monopoly argument.
Uh-huh.
Yeah.
For sure. Or that's a life argument. That's a Scrabble argument.
Yeah.
I like that idea.
You can't double up on H's.
That's interesting.
You can't just add ES to a word.
Right.
Yeah.
Weird house rules. Yeah. Okay.
Scrabble arguments.
Those are heated. I've been in one.
It could also just be not like the sounds of the game, so like, you know, Yahtzee, dice rolling, but you could just listen to like the conversation that people are having.
About the game.
Yeah.
Right. Yes.
I think that'd be
I
cool.
like it.
I think it
yeah.
would be cool.
No, I think that's a
Also,
great idea. Yeah.
I like it. There's something there.
Yeah.
There's something there.
All right. I have Brandon's napkin still. And there's a couple of things on here that are great. But the first one that really caught my eye is pussy on the chain wax, but better. So,
My God.
so David, I don't know if you know what that is.
I have no clue what he's talking
Okay,
about.
so
glad you picked this one.
So pussy on the chain wax, for those of you who don't know, is a phrase from a Key and Peele sketch.
Interesting.
So essentially, instead of saying like, "Oh, that's cool," they just go, "Oh man, that thing really puts the pussy on the chain wax." So I think what he wants us to do is make a better version of that as like a colloquial phrase. You see what I'm saying?
Oh, okay.
We
Like
create
spitball,
a phrase.
yeah, spitball some
a
phrase that we can get into popular like
So
slang.
the end result of that podcast would be a slang term that we could use, make all the rage for cool.
Yeah.
Yeah, exactly.
I like it because I would love to have a slang term that just catches fire.
That would be fantastic.
I would love to become a hallmark in pop culture. As you know, I would love to be famous.
Yeah.
If
Yes,
you're
you
listening to
would.
this and you think I could be famous, Tom Higdon, I could be famous.
We all know that Jack wants to be famous.
Tom Higdon. But yeah, I think that's cool.
That was-
I would love to have a phrase like that.
On
Was
the
that
dot.
what you were thinking?
Yeah, because like I'm fascinated by like where did whack come from? Or,
Whack. Like, that's whack.
You know, like trendy words or like
Right.
you know stuff like that.
Right. Who's the first person to use it in that context?
Yeah, or like you know hella or something.
Yeah.
Who's
Yeah.
like, oh, that's hella cool.
Right.
No one said that, but
I-
but yeah.
Yeah.
Like, man,
So-
that's totally wizard.
But we could even
Let's
like
bring that back.
Yeah.
it could be like
Totally wizard did.
something like that no one's heard of, like a word that just like makes no sense, or we could like even like literally like, create our own word or something
I think we could do that.
from like Latin and Greek.
Latin, get some roots.
Yeah.
Ooh.
Or we could just, or even,
It's like Build-A-Bear, but with language.
Right,
Or
we
you
just
can,
make a language.
you can even
for
like
ourselves.
change a word like hella again. Like someone put at the end of hell and was like, that's going to describe something more or something like.
Right.
My bad.
Yeah, okay,
Yeah.
we could do that. We could do that.
Yeah.
In a short amount of time, I think we could definitely
Yeah.
pull that off. We could make something
Yeah.
happen.
Just
Oh yeah.
Also, I would love to have my word go
Right, love to have
Yeah,
just
that'd be
our
great.
gangs.
just walk around and hear
Catchphrase.
kids
Also, if
saying
like,
words
we
that
really
we
wanted
made
to do,
up.
if we
Right.
if we get the word, we could even like use it in like day-to-day life and just like report back on how it works. Like
Mhm.
if someone's like, "Oh, that's a cool word," or even just like people act like it's nothing, you know.
Right, right. I would love to hear someone outside of this circle to use it. That would be insane.
Yeah.
That'd be cool. The likelihood of that is low, probably, but who knows?
Who knows?
Have any of you heard the word confuzzled?
Confuzzled, yes.
I've heard it.
I briefly heard it.
It's like a
pretty much-
replacement for confused.
Yeah.
Right.
I'm confuzzled.
Yeah.
I'm confuzzled.
Yeah.
All right.
I think I made it up.
Yeah, I think I made it up.
I think everyone thinks they made it up.
I will say,
I don't think I made that up.
Tom,
I'm not
honest
one
to
of
the
those
end.
people.
Honest to the end. says
Tom
Dale.
made up the word "zooted."
Zooted. I think I did make up
I
that
don't
word.
think you made up zooted.
No, I think I totally did.
Okay, I've only ever heard Tom say it, and if you go on Urban Dictionary in 2004, it's by Tom.
No way, for real?
I showed you that.
You did show me that.
Yeah,
What a
that's
weird
nice.
coincidence.
Yeah.
That wasn't me on the Urban Dictionary.
Yeah.
It was
Yeah,
just a different Tom.
Because Tom was like 6 in 2004.
Yeah, I was very young.
But that being said, unless the real Tom comes forth, this Tom
Yeah, please, if you're the Tom on Urban Dictionary that
created
created Zooted, please get in contact with me because I'd love to kill you and take credit.
Jeez. I would actually just like to
Because
meet you.
I, to this day, think I'd made that up. I've never heard anyone
Yeah.
but me say,
And
I'm
there's, like,
Zooted or
just,
this is Zooted.
Just a quick disclaimer: Jack does not want to murder anyone.
But there's like so many like
Tom
slang.
Higdon
We're like,
does.
who came up with like dillweed?
Dillweed.
Well, someone's like, oh, what a dillweed.
Is dillweed a plant?
It is.
Yeah.
Yes.
Well, I'd imagine
Someone probably saw the plant.
it's probably a crappy plant.
Yeah.
So you're like, that dude's a crappy person, he's a dillweed.
But dill tastes really good.
Well, maybe dillweed is like
It's like the
an
weed
invasive weed.
Okay.
You know? I don't know.
Maybe.
There's something there. I think we could probably create
version. I
something.
think we could. I think that would actually be a lot of fun.
Absolutely. Well, that was it. That was great. I think we're going to wrap up this episode. A great episode today. I think the brainstorm session a little shorter. Listeners, tell us what you think. We're going to try to keep it a little shorter this time. But great job today, everyone.
Yeah, I think this was good.
Great. I think we nailed it. I
Yeah.
think we've got some great ideas for next week. We'll come in with some new podcast ideas. We might have some new cast members. We'll rotate it out. Guy in the chair will make an appearance undoubtedly next week. On the mic. He will be Guy on the mic.
Yep. Someone else will have to be guy in the chair, or maybe no one.
Or
Maybe no one can
maybe
really
no
fill
one.
that void.
Maybe no one will fill the hole that Guy in the chair has left.
Listeners, if you have any podcast ideas that you would like to send to us, our
Email us.
is
jackofallcasts@gmail.com. Please email us ideas. We'd love to take ideas.
Yes. Please send
Love
us.
to.
Please send us your virtual napkin ideas.
Please
Yes.
do. We would really love that.
Brownie points if it's a picture of a napkin.
If it's a picture of a napkin you've written on, that's awesome. Please do that. Yeah, so hit us up. This was a great episode. We will see you next week. Goodbye.
goodbye.
Bye.
Adios.